guys!
Welcome to the first episode of Teens Talk Life with
Brianna Delorme,
Maddie Cribble,
Bryn Hergert,
Reese Mingle, and Misha Schaefer.
So in today's episode, we're going to talk about our experiences and interview fellow students about being teenagers in today's society.
Today we're going to be diving into the topic of mental health with teenagers. Later in the podcast, we're going to have a special guest, Alex Deppen, give his perspective on mental health.
When you get different perspectives, you have different ways to relate. We are all in different activities inside and outside of school. I'm involved in softball and volleyball.
Maintaining good grades and all the activities we're involved in can take a toll if we don't deal with the stress in a healthy way. I'm involved with softball and basketball.
There are many methods to help aid stress in healthy ways, such as getting enough sleep, talking things out, and just making time for the things you love.
Some of the biggest stresses in your life and how have they affected your mental health?
One of the biggest stressors in my life is school, because I'm a procrastinator, so I kind of do it to myself, and all the work piles up. So
some of the biggest stressors in my life are just like managing school and sports at the same time, because to me, sports has always come first, and then I get behind on schoolwork, and it's hard to catch up.
So I think some of my biggest stressors aren't like specific things. I think it's just like the overall balance of trying to juggle like school, extracurriculars, a job, and trying to have a social life. Plus I'm a junior, so it's like I'm trying to plan for my future at the same time, and it's just...
2 hours later.
Okay, so have you ever experienced something that's impacted your mental health significantly?
yes, a few years ago, I was in a forest fire at my Boy Scout camp, and I tried to help, and I ended up not being able to because it was just too hot, and I started breaking down and crying, and after that, I couldn't stand to be around fire, like, at all, and I just started to feel helpless after that because I wasn't able to do anything in that moment. So after that, I just was heavily affected by it because I felt like I was helpless and couldn't do anything.
And anxiety gets the best of you.
So, yeah, I'm a part of chorus and musical theater, so performing in front of people is very nerve-wracking, especially when you're doing it by yourself, and that's when I start to really feel nervous or anxious because I'm always afraid of messing up. That's like one of my biggest fears is being embarrassed and then, making myself nervous makes my anxiousness worse. So they kind of just,
I mean, yeah, I feel like everyone is affected by that at some point in their life. And even like right now, just being asked this question and talking on this microphone, I'm nervous. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm going to stumble over my words. And see, like, I don't know. No.
That was good. So one way I deal with my stress is I bake or cook with my mom. And when I do that, her and I talk about why I'm stressed and how I should become unstressed and ways to cope with it in a healthy way to where I'm not anxious all the time.
One thing that really helps me with stress is cleaning my room. I don't know why, because, people don't like to clean, but I like to clean my room when I'm stressed, and it just helps me. And another thing is listening to music. That's one of the main things I like to do is listening to music because it just overall completely changes my mood.
Yeah, I feel like listening to music is a good way for a lot of people to cope with their stress. And I like to listen to music, but one thing that I really like to do is when I'm stressed is just like find a game to play or like practice a sport or like just do something that gets me up and moving or outside or just playing.
Now, me personally, kind of going off with what Misha said, stress cleaning is like one of my favorite things to do, but also like just simply being around people that I care about and like that I know care about me, it kind of just like calms me down and takes my mind off of it, whether I'm with friends, my family, my boyfriend, whoever it may be, it doesn't matter. Like, it just, I don't know, there's something about it that's like, just brings such serotonin in flowing through my bloodstreams, so.
I mean, yeah, I relate to that a lot. Like, I'm also a stress baker, and I
listen to music a lot because I also have ADHD, so something like that just helps me focus a lot because I get easily stressed out and get anxiety a lot.
Thank you for listening to Teens Talk Life. We hope you could relate to at least one of our experiences and understand you're not alone.